today we are going to discuss about many ICT media for teaching and learning English, especially for kindergarten.
Okay, so after we already know about general information about ICT in the first episode with misalnya. So in this episode means that we have the media.
Media and speaker.
Okay, so will it be a talk show, storytelling, or music?
Talk show.
Okay, it's a talk show.
Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute. Is she or he a special speaker just like in the second episode?
Yeah. She is
still like wondering how is she? Is she an American?
She is a Chinese.
Oh, this is a Chinese. Oh, just like in the second episode?
Yeah, but another speaker.
Okay, who is she?
She is from Santo University and her name is Jessica Sufengxiu.
Okay, so please welcome Jessica Sufengxiu.
Okay, for me, English is a tool for native speaker, but in China, I've said the subject of English is a key to success. How I say that? Because English is one of the most important exam subjects besides Chinese and math for Chinese Gaokao, high school entrance exams. And then besides that, it is also very important for students to study and work. Like if students want to study abroad, then a high score of IELTS or TOEFL is the threshold for them to apply for universities abroad. And besides that, we also know that English is the language for research and publication, and that makes it so much important. So in China, in a context where English is a foreign language and students do not need to speak them, but it is very important and it matters a lot.
Should young learners be taught English while still developing their first language, or should they start learning English after they have acquired the first language?
Okay, thank you for your question. It's true that young learners find it so much easier to pick up a language, and they are more likely to acquire a higher proficiency in English. However, we cannot really find a link or a proof for certain kinds of trade-off between two languages. I know children who learn 2 or even 3 languages and master all of them well. And I also know children who learn English at a very young age, and they ended up being very poor in both English and Chinese. So to me, the question is not about when should children learn English. It's more about like how to teach English to young learners, and also how to maintain a balance between the two languages, like how much importance you should attach to English, so that learners wouldn't ignore their mother tongue. Thank you.
What would be the effective ways of teaching English for young learners?
Effective way to teach young learners, I would say task-based, TBLT. Why would I say so? So first of all, young learners have a very short attention span, and it is so much difficult for them to sit and then listen to lectures. However, a task-based would have lots of activities and tasks in the class, and they are more interesting and engaging, so that young learners will find it easier and more interesting for them to be attentive in class. And secondly, it's about the approach itself. I would say TBLT is closer to learning in a natural setting. So language is used as a tool instead of some tedious grammar points. So learners, by this approach, learners will be able to see language in the right light. And finally, this approach is also very good in training learners' skills in listening and speaking. And normally with like 1 or 2 years study by this approach, learners will be able to get engaged in daily conversation and to do things they want to do. So I've said this is also better than traditional approaches, which maybe after like years of studies, learners still couldn't open their mouths and talk to other people. Thank you.
Should grammar be taught to young learners?
Should grammar be taught to young learners? I would say better not. Why would I say so? So first of all, we know that grammar learning is more systematic and analytic. I would say grammar learning is more suitable for older learners who are able to do independent learning and who also are driven by some high-stake exams. So they are more likely to invest time and some exercises and this will make grammar learning easier for them. But for young learners, they might be frustrated by boring grammar learning, so that they might just like quit at a young age, or they might be frustrated and then decided that they cannot learn a foreign language well. Thank you.
Next question. How to make students embed grammar into their writing production?
How to make students write up good grammars for their writing? For me, good grammars is like good manners. Like they are better taught through role models. So we have this saying that like father, like son. And I think similar things could be said about grammar. That means if you want students to come up with writings of good grammar, what you need to do is to show them lots of writings of similar topics that are in good grammar. And through the exposure to good grammar, they are more likely to pick up some usage from the readings they did and then put that into their writing. Of course, certain grammar teaching is also very important. We know for different genres of writing, they kind of like focus on different grammar points. So it is very important also to teach those grammar points that are most frequently used in the genre to the students, so that they are more likely to come up with good grammars. Thank you.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, especially for a teacher in teaching young learners.
Yeah, in kindergarten.
Okay. Do we finish already?
No.
Okay. So means that we still have like 1 or 2 more episodes after this?
2 segments.
Oh, 2 media to discuss about.
Of course.
Okay. So what are these?
Okay. This is a nursery rhymes.
Nursery rhyme?
You know a nursery rhymes? Hello?
I tried to recall it back. What is it?
Nursery rhymes. Na 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 na.
Oh my God!
Ada apa?
Yeah.
yo.
Okay, so we're going to talk about music like that. Nursery rhyme. Okay. So guys, we will give you some of nursery rhymes after this. So let's check this out.
Good morning to you. Good morning to you. Good morning, dear my friends. Good morning to you.
Good night to you.
Good morning, my friends. How are you?
I'm fine.
Good morning, my friends. How are you?
I'm fine.
Good morning, my friends. Good morning, my friends. Good morning, my friends. How are you?
I'm fine. Good morning, my friends. How are you?
I'm fine.
There was a farmer had a dog and Bingo was his name. Oh, B-I-N-G-O, 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 and Bingo was his name. Oh.
There was a farmer had a dog and Bingo was his name. Oh, I-N-G-O, 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 and Bingo was his name. Oh,
There was a farmer had a dog and Bingo was his name. Oh, N-G-O, 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 and Bingo was his name. Oh.
there was a farmer had a dog and Bingo was his name. Oh, G-O, 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 and Bingo was his name. Oh,
There was a farmer had a dog and Bingo was his name. Oh, 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 and Bingo was his name. Oh.
there was a farmer had a dog and Bingo was his name. Oh, and Bingo was his name. Oh, January, February, March, April, May and June, July, August, September, October, November, December, December, January, February, March, April, May and June, July, August, September, October, November, December, December. Mother, how are you today? Here is a note from your daughter. With me everything is okay. Mother, how are you today? Mother, don't worry, I'm fine. Promise to see you this summer. This time there will be no delay. Mother, how are you today?
I have a dream, a song to sing, to help me cope with anything. If you see the wonder of a fairy tale, you can take the future, even if you fail.
I believe in angels, something good in everything I see. I believe in angels, when I know the time is right for me, I'll cross the stream. I have a dream.
I have a dream, a fantasy, to help me through reality. And my destination makes it worth the while, pushing through the darkness, still another mile.
I believe in angels, something good in everything I see. I believe in angels, when I know the time is right for me, I'll cross the stream. I have a dream. I'll cross the stream. I have a dream.
I have a dream, a song to sing, to help me cope with anything. If you see the wonder of a fairy tale, you can take the future, even if you fail. I believe in angels, something good in everything I see. I believe in angels, when I know the time is right for me, I'll cross the stream. I have a dream, I'll cross the stream. I have a dream.
Old MacDonald had a farm,
E-I-E-I-O,
and on that farm he had a cow,
E-I-E-I-O,
with a moo-moo here,
and a moo-moo there,
here moo, there moo.
everywhere moo-moo.
Old MacDonald had a farm,
E-I-E-I-O.
Old MacDonald had a farm,
E-I-E-I-O,
and on that farm he had a cow,
E-I-E-I-O,
with a moo-moo here,
and a moo-moo moo there,
Here moo, there moo.
everywhere moo moo.
Old MacDonald had a farm.
E-I-E-I-O.
The Farmer and the Apple Tree, illustrated by Rizky Haidar Akil. Once upon a time, lived a little farmer who liked to play with apple tree. The apple tree always gave big apples to him. Years later, the tree became old and fruitless. Then the farmer wanted to cut the tree. But the animals around the tree were sad and said, "Please don't cut my home. We love the tree. No, no, please don't." The farmer didn't listen to the animals and still cut the tree. Suddenly, the farmer remembered his childhood. Finally, the farmer stopped cutting the tree and threw away the axe. All the animals were happy and they sang together.
So, Novan,
Yeah.
what do you think about the music or the song?
I think the song is easy to understand, easy to listen, and I think the graphic is also good.
The graphic version is cute.
Of course, it's cute, right?
And also the speaker. I always like, it is always running.
Who is he or she?
Actually, I don't know who the speaker is.
Do you?
I cannot know. Is it Miss Annie?
Of course.
Oh, that's why I think I've ever heard her voice. So that's Miss Irene.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know that her voice is so cute, just like a little child.
Little child? Really, little
Yeah,
child?
because her voice is so cute. Okay, so anyway,
Yeah.
this the farmer and the apple song is quite good. It's quite good and also easy listening and easy to understand for you guys, the young learners.
Yeah.
Okay, so is it closing already?
Of course, closing.
Okay guys, thank you for watching and please don't miss us because we will not miss you. I bet that you already miss us.
Yeah.
So yeah, thank you for watching and we'll see you tomorrow.
Next episode.
On the next episode, different media, interesting one. That will be interesting. So yeah, so see you.